Visitor center closed? Well, of course it is. The visitor center is only open 20 hours a week. Who gets here? Between 8 and 12. It's 1:15 here and it's already closed. And this is one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. What a disappointment. But you're really not missing anything. The entire visitor center itself is a disappointment and something that has passed its time. They show a 20-minute video in here. You can get a 10-minute version of that online. And between National Geographic and the History Channel, you can learn everything you need to learn about Grand Canyon on your drive up here. Instead of going to the visitor center and going like a line at Disneyland to Mather Point, I have a better idea. Skip the overflowing parking lot and long viewless walk to Mather Point, and instead park at the Yavapai Geology Museum and walk the rim to Grandeur Point. I mean, Mather Point is the most crowded place in Grand Canyon. It's a nice enough view, but there are many views that are just as good or better and much less crowded. There are countless empty parking spots just steps away from Yavapai Point. Why bother with a visitor center and Mather Point? Exactly 1/3 of a mile and a 7-minute walk from Yavapai Point is Point Grandeur, one of the most underrated views at Grand Canyon, and often with nobody on it at all. Let's take a look. Less than half a mile from Yavapai Point in the Geology Museum is Grandeur Point, no longer marked on the maps, but just as beautiful as Mather and almost devoid of crowds. It's a world away from Mather Point. If you wait a few minutes, you can stand alone on the end and get your picture taken. And just 1 minute on, we're the only ones left here, able to take a picture alone with a view of the river at 2 points, Pipe Creek Beach, Bright Angel Fault, Black Bridge, and here's a zoom of Black Bridge, Plateau Point. To the west, and beautifully highlighted, is a great view of Bright Angel Trail, the most popular hiking trail at Grand Canyon. To the east, you can see the South Kaibab Trail and the tip-off in the red dirt at the end of the Tonto Plateau. Once again, the point is all but deserted. The Geology Museum is nothing to write home about, but worth a walk through, and it's got a gift shop for the kids. An added bonus, just west of the Geology Museum, is the Trail of Time, which attempts to quantify geological time. There's a lovely arrangement of logs. With some shade, you can bring a snack and enjoy a seated view of the canyon. If the visitor center is closed, or if you only have an hour at Grand Canyon, my recommendation is that you go to Yavapai Geology Museum and walk to Grandeur Point. Avoid the crowds and really see the canyon.